We caught up with Ndaba Ntsele, the president of the Black Business Council, to reflect on the achievements of the council under the BRICS Business Council.
We had a different achievement. First, to have the first chair of the BRICS Business Council, Ndaba Ntsele, it was an achievement itself. And then secondly, we look at the whole BRICS countries and ourselves, and we found out that the playing field was not level. In short, it's easy to do business in South Africa than the other four BRICS Council members. So we engaged into different forums. For instance, myself and Sizwe Nqasana, who co-chair now the India and South Africa forum. We look at what are those hinges that must be unlocked in order to create opportunities for our companies, and we identify them. For instance, our construction company should be leading the way in terms of infrastructure in India and also in Russia, and there's a big opportunity. The next World Cup is in Russia, and as South Africans we did very well in that sphere. Also in manufacturing of military vehicles, because of our capability in South Africa, there are opportunities of exporting that. And of course, in the aviation space, the ministers talk about that. We should work with them. It's a work in progress where we are going to assemble some of the aeroplanes in South Africa, and of course, our South African people in aviation should buy those planes to create an industry of manufacturing aeroplanes.
Now, Mr. Ntsele, my understanding is that as you come into this new meeting here in Fortaleza, you're going to be focusing on those bottlenecks that still exist. Just remind us, what are the biggest challenges right now for South African business trying to do business in the BRICS group?
Yeah, one of the challenges, of course, is issues of tariffs, barriers to entry to those countries, and that is what should be establishing companies as a foreign company, South African. It is a bit tough. Unlike in South Africa, it's easy to do those things, and of course, another challenge is to export our finished product. There are still challenges in terms of duties and all that. And these are discussions that are going to go on. And the dice is loaded against us. It is important for us to be here to, as business people, to talk for ourselves and play and make the level field level to all our business people.
And of course, we've seen some of the positive developments, in particular the opening of the FAW plant recently opened by the president. But the support and secondary industries don't seem to be benefiting from this. As the voice of business, is this an area of concern for you?
Look, this is fantastic. The FAW plant was a milestone in terms of what the president of the country has said, Mr. Jacob Zuma, that this time of his presidency is going to look at economical growth. Foreign direct investment is key for employment in the country, and we've seen that. We are happy with that. But then that's a catalyst, and as business people, I mean, I'm talking to members of my business council to create manufacturing plants. We said we want to create industrialists, and it starts from there. FAW is right in our doorstep. It's giving us an opportunity to manufacture those windscreens, those tires, those mats for the trucks, the harnesses, the copper wire for the trucks. And some of the industries are there already. So that one is good news for South Africa and being part of BRICS.
The Promoter Group is a diversified group. You've got interests across many sectors. Where are you seeing the greatest opportunities in the BRICS countries for the group right now?
The opportunities for us at this point in time, we also manufacture military vehicles with a company called LMG, Land Mobility Company. We are exporting to countries like Germany, Saudi Arabia, but then our products, because of the landmine trucks that we are manufacturers are advanced, we are also going to export that to the likes of Russia. Huge opportunity. And we're also in aviation as a company, so we've got a license to sell with a company called Ikut from Russia, to sell the Russian planes to the continent. So that opportunity is where we are going to negotiate to create plants, assembling plants in South Africa in order to create employment and also create aeroplane designers.
And finally, when you walk away from Fortaleza at the end of this week, what would you say would be a successful summit?
Look, a summit, you exchange ideas. What will be a successful summit is when we've taken a line of action. And I hope at the end of all the ideologies that are going to put together, we'll be having line of action in timelines.